Hi everyone, my name is Christina and I'm an implementation consultant at Prosymmetry. In this video, I will be reviewing role management and access in Tempus resource. Role management and access is an important part of overall Tempus security. Administrators can create custom roles and establish access for those roles to define how a user group should interact with Tempus. In Tempus, you can use out-of-the-box roles or create custom user roles, define permissions for each one, and grant access to each role to define what data they can interact with. So let's take a look at how this works in Tempus. So what we'll be discussing is how to both create the roles that your users could have in Tempus with the different permissions that they would need to do what they need to do in the system, and how to combine those roles with the access to your project and resource information that enables them to carry out that role in the system. This process is highly configurable and flexible to meet your organization's unique security needs. The tiles we'll be working in to set this up are in Admin Settings, and then the Role Management tile, Project Access, and Resource Access. The first step you need to take is to define your different roles that users could have in the system, and we will do this in the Role Management tile. Each overarching role, for example, a project manager or a resource manager, will be comprised of three disparate roles: global roles, project roles, and resource roles. Each has their own tab in the top right-hand corner. You can also see on each tab that each disparate role will have different permissions associated with each one, defining how each one can interact with different data points throughout the system. All three of these roles, global, project, and resource, will be connected together when we discuss access, and then the combination of the three allows the user to interact with all parts of the system in the intended ways that you define. You will notice that in each of these tabs, there are some system roles already created for you that you have the freedom to use if their configurations would be sufficient for you. You can change the name of these roles, but you cannot change the permissions associated with them. So these check marks here and on any of the project roles or resource roles as well. Again, you can change the names of these, but you will see that the permissions themselves are grayed out. Going back to the Global Role tab, you can see that there is an out-of-the-box administrator role, which most organizations will utilize for those users that need access to every part of the system. From there, they will often create a few custom roles to further refine their permissions and user types in Tempus for exactly what they need their users to do. So here is an example of a custom role in my environment I've created called Resource Manager, and then here's the best practice I use to create it. First, you will create the role name in this global tab, and the best practice is to insert a G next to it, which stands for global in parentheses. And we will get into why that's important in a little bit, but you will create the role name, put a G next to it that stands for global, and then you will decide for each permission if this role needs access to it or not. So if this role needs access to view project security groups, you can choose grant or deny and click save, and it will put a check mark if you have granted it, and so on for every single permission in this list. You will notice that some permissions have a grant deny structure, and some will have a view, edit, or none structure. The lock icon would be edit only, all depending on which kind of permission it is and how the user could interact with it. As you go through each permission, I would recommend using the tooltip where you can hover over each permission to get more information on what it is and what it would allow the user to do. I would also recommend having the Help Center pulled up with the permissions pages pulled up next to you to get more details on each one as well for additional context. Once you have gone through every permission in the Global Role tab and decided if your custom role needs access to that or not, you will go to the Project Role tab. And you will add the custom role name here as well, but this time put a P in parentheses next to the name, which stands for project role. And you will do the same thing. So you'll go through each permission type and decide whether this role needs access to it or not. Some here, again, will be a grant deny structure, and some will be view, edit, or none, like this one. Once you've done that same process for the project role tab, you will go to the resource role tab and do the exact same thing here. So you will add the role name as a new row, but this time insert an R next to it in parentheses, which stands for resource roles in this case. And then you will go through the permissions on this tab and decide, does this role need access to this permission or not? Once your roles and their associated permissions for global roles, project roles, and resource roles are all set up and defined, we need to link them all together and establish how they can interact with project and resource data by creating access roles. This is the key piece to ensuring the work you just did to define how your role can interact with all of these different aspects of the system actually does have access to all of the data to do what they need to do. So we will connect these roles and establish that access in the project access and resource access tiles. So let's look at project access first. Here we can see any project access rules I have in my system. Out of the box, there will already be an administrator rule that dictates anyone with the global role of administrator has access to all projects, acting as a manager. And if I hover over the little corner icon, I can see that every single permission has a check mark next to it, indicating that the administrator has access to everything in the system with this out-of-the-box manager project role. I also have a rule created for my custom role of resource manager. And if I click the pencil icon, we can see how it was set up. In the first column, I chose from my dropdown the role I wanted to create an access rule for. So I chose Resource Manager G for global. You will always choose the global role in this column. In the middle column, you will choose which, in this case, project data does this role have access to. I have chosen to select all projects, but I can get more granular here, meaning I could grant this role access to only a subset of projects or resources using the drop-down menu or by using something called a security group that is explained in another video. I, in my environment, decided that this role needed access to all projects, so I selected all up at the top. And then in the third column, I choose how this global role should interact with all of these projects, and they should be acting as the project role of Resource Manager, P, standing for project role. You can see when I hover over it, all of the permissions that we just went through to define are showing here, and their various permission levels, whether they have full access, edit access, or no access. So again, you can read this as the global role of resource manager has access to all projects, acting as a resource manager P or project role. Once that's established, I clicked save. Next, I went through the exact same exercise, but this time to define how this global role will interact with my resource information in this resource access tile. So here you can see the out-of-the-box administrator role, in this case, how that can interact with all resources as a manager. And then you can see the resource access rule for my resource manager custom role. So same thing here, I have chosen the resource manager global role, has access to all resources, but acting as my resource manager R or resource role with these specific permissions that you can see when I hover over this role. And once that was established, I clicked save. Now that this global role of resource manager has been linked to a corresponding project and resource role, and access has been established through these access rules, I can give any resource this global role so that they can interact with the system as a resource manager with their specific permissions. I can do this in any area of Tempus where I can access the system field of global role. But let's just go back a screen and go into user management where I can see the global role system attribute has already been pulled in, and I can see that Bruce in my system has the global role of resource manager. A best practice as you go through this process of creating roles and establishing access is to set up a test user and give them the global role that you created. Then you'll want to log in as them so that you can see exactly what they see so that you can make any adjustments. This wraps up role management and access in Tempus. I would highly encourage you to check out the Help Center articles on these topics as well for an additional resource, and check out the subsequent video on security groups as well. Thanks and have a great day.